Hi everyone. Something happened yesterday that upset me a bit. You know, those things that happen from time to time in life that knock you sideways and you think, whoa, I didn't see that one coming. It wasn't anything major, but it was enough to upset me, and the thoughts and thinking about it have been going round and round and round in my head. And I knew this and could see it for what it was. And so I was determined to keep myself busy and occupied and distracted from those thoughts, because I did not want to start munching away on the banana bread that I'd just baked for everyone earlier on that day. Just to block out and numb down those uncomfortable feelings that I was feeling. So today I thought it's still a little bit raw, so I'm going to make sure that I keep myself very occupied. I've got a really good work diary that I can sort of plot out what I do with all my waking hours, and I'm not quite that religious with it, but I thought today I'm over the next couple of days, whilst this is all still a bit fresh and a bit raw and I'm much more likely to mull on things, which won't be helpful for me. I'm going to make sure that I keep myself busy and distracted as a short-term measure, you know, because it does work. It doesn't take away the discomfort you're feeling, but it definitely helps, doesn't it? So today that's what I've been doing. I've been planning my whole day around my client calls, and I had to do a stock order, and I needed to clean the downstairs loo, which I still haven't done. I've been putting that one off, but that's what I'm going to do after this video. Did a bit of gardening, all great stuff. And I realised that this is exactly the same as when you're dieting and you start to feel those uncomfortable feelings of, I really want to eat something. And sometimes they can just be triggered by a bit of boredom, or, well, this is a time when I normally eat, or sometimes it can be triggered by exactly the situation that I've been in, where you've been upset by something, and that can trigger all sorts of things, trigger the desire to eat, don't they? And that feels uncomfortable when you're having to say no. And what I've been doing today is, even though I've been keeping myself distracted and very, very busy, whenever I have felt that poor me, and feeling a bit sorry for myself feeling, and mulling over what had happened yesterday, what I've been doing is literally shouting a stop in my head and forcing myself to think about something more positive, and not allowing myself to spiral with those thoughts that do spiral and actually can't take you anywhere other than round and round and round and round and round, which makes you feel rubbish. So I've been really, really focusing today on doing that. And so if you're someone who has been struggling a little bit with staying on plan, or you're fine on plan, but you do struggle with the days when you just feel a bit like poor me, and I'm a bit sorry for myself that I have to do this, and I'm feeling a bit deprived, immediately shout out in your head, or aloud if you want to, I'm not judging you, a massive great stop, and force yourself to rejig your thought processes away from the poor me victim mode to a much more helpful way of thinking. So one of the things I've been doing is I've been making myself break the cycle by, as soon as I notice it, I've been using my hands and been going through my 5 senses, and it's been quite easy while I've been out in the garden. Something I can hear, bird song, something I can see, lovely blue sky, something I can smell, oh my god, lily of the valley. They're not quite flowering, but they're about to flower, so I keep putting my nose down to see if I can smell them. Something I can touch. If I'm sat weeding, it's the grass under my hands. What's the last one? Something I can taste, isn't it? Is that the last one? Oh, I can't remember now. But anyway, you get the gist of it. And that immediately stops me from spiraling with those negative thoughts. And then what I then do is I start listing all the things I'm grateful for. So I'm grateful that it's a beautiful, beautiful day today. I'm grateful that I don't have to cook dinner tonight because we're defrosting something that my son brought back from uni. I am grateful that I managed to finish off one of my borders that has been really bugging me every time I walk past it to go to my veggie patch, and now it's all weeded, etc, etc, etc. So just try that because it really, really helps.